Hey, so I wanted to make this video about my journey to energy independence. Now, what do I actually mean by energy independence? Well, really, I'm talking about not having to pay an electricity bill. It's been a few years now, and it's been great. And another part of that is owning an electric vehicle and not having to pay anything for my transport to get around. Basically, I have gone on a long trip and spent a little bit on supercharging, but the majority of it, just driving around day to day, has been free energy from the sun or from local shopping centers where they offer free charging. Um, so yeah, I'll talk about how I've got to where I am, but mainly it's using solar panels on my house in conjunction with a battery storage system, and obviously having a electric car, Tesla Model 3. So yeah, let's get into the video. I first heard about the climate change issue in the 80s as a kid. Back then, they mostly called it the greenhouse effect, I think. This is quite concerning to me, being a forward-looking dreamer, dreaming of a bright future. This future would be pretty crap after all if we screwed up the whole climate system that humanity depends on for survival. This continued to be a concerning issue to me as I was becoming more concerned as time went by and emissions kept increasing. Anyway, you get the picture. Fast forward to the year 2000. As a kid, I used to love watching this show called Beyond 2000, so to me, we're already living in the future. The technology to transition our society to sustainable energy and transport is already here, and renewables are already the world's cheapest source of energy. Think about it. The sun is a giant nuclear fusion reactor that has always provided our planet with the energy required to support life. The main technology I'll be focusing on that I've put into practice is solar energy in the form of panels on my roof, battery storage in the form of a Tesla Powerwall 2, and also electric vehicles, which I have a Tesla Model 3. Now I live in Brisbane, Australia, where the sun shines for an average of 283 days of the year. Yeah, I did have to Google this fact, but I knew it was a high number. In this case, it seems silly for me to have a house and not put solar panels on the roof. After the initial investment, which we do have subsidies for in Australia still, the power we generate from the sun is as free as the air we breathe. Fast forward to April 2016, when Elon presented the world with the groundbreaking Model 3. I was pretty much spellbound watching this presentation. Not only was the car beautiful, better than I expected actually, but Elon just proceeded to lay out all the reasons that made me see this was going to be a game changer for the whole car industry. I hadn't previously thought about myself getting a Tesla, as they're always stupidly expensive where I live in Australia, and I hadn't actually seen that many driving around, to be honest. But after watching this presentation about the Model 3, I did think about it for about a day, and then I put my reservation down, which was 1,500 Australian dollars. When I could afford it, a few months later, I installed solar panels on the roof of my house, which immediately started saving me money on my power bills. I actually felt better about myself too. If I wanted to put the air conditioner on during a hot day, that's totally fine, because I was generating my own electricity for free and not burning dirty coal. After some time with solar, I figured out how to use even less energy and was producing far more energy with solar than I was using. Because of the difference in feed-in tariff price versus cost to buy energy from the grid and the daily network fee, I needed to produce almost 3 times as much energy as I used to generate credit on my electricity bill. Here's a sample of my bill from 2018. So you can see I'm actually in credit, $208, and I've produced nearly 4 times as much solar as what I've used from the grid. What I did, other than add solar to become energy independent, was replace all my appliances with energy efficient ones. I changed all my light bulbs to LED, and running the pool only when the sun is shining. Same goes for the dishwasher and clothes washing machine, basically any other large appliances. I managed to generate much more energy than I use, so I didn't have to pay an electricity bill for about 3 years. One good way to find out how much energy each of your appliances use is in the Tesla app. It'll show you how much energy your house is currently using, so you can turn something on and see how much it adds to your house usage. I also took advantage of a government subsidy that made it cheaper to get a home battery system that was about to go away and actually never came back since then. So I ordered a Tesla Powerwall 2. How exciting, another Tesla product. I could talk all day about how much I love Tesla and my car, but I'll try to stay relevant to this video topic. In that regard, having the Tesla opened my eyes to the fact that electric vehicles are in every way better than the old fossil-burning internal combustion engine technology. I was able to make my personal transport basically completely emissions-free. I was also able to continue my energy independence even though I had an electric vehicle that needed to be charged and still had no electricity bill. I will say that it's a challenge to achieve this, as electric vehicles do use quite a bit of energy to charge. One of the ways I managed this was to set my home vehicle charger to the lowest power setting, so when I'm charging the car, it will only use between 1 and 2 kilowatts per hour. This does mean that it takes me longer to charge the car, but what I was more interested in was optimizing it to use as much solar energy that I'm generating as possible. Another thing I started doing early on was I changed where I did my grocery shopping each week and started going to a nearby shopping center that had free charging. This really helped, but as EVs get more popular, it is getting harder to get a spot at these free charging options. I would actually like to have more solar panels on my roof, but with only single-phase power, I am limited to a 5 kilowatt solar inverter. I have now owned my Model 3 for 2.5 years, and I've spent $0 on maintenance and only around $100 on supercharging, including long trips to Sydney, the Snowy Mountains, and Bundaberg. I'll show you a graph of my energy use and how much it cost me for the last few years. You can see I had to pay in 2017, but I actually moved to Adelaide for work that year and was renting my house out. The period from 2017 to 2021, I paid $0 for electricity, and you can see it start to come back up where I've had to pay the last few bills. The reason for that is I got into crypto mining, specifically mining Dogecoin and Litecoin. I've now switched to only mining when I have excess energy, so my bills will be going back down soon, and I will be energy independent again. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found this helpful. See you all in the next video.